evening from Brush High School. I'm Alex along with Jason Holdren. We are here for varsity wrestling action at Brush High School. And this is getting set up. They've got the mat set up with that mat light, and this is always kind of a fun setup, Jason, for the way they do wrestling here.
They have the mat light out in the middle, right over the mat, and the rest of the days dark.
If I plug your microphone in, we'll hear you better.
That's a little better.
So we've had the wrestlers introduced. The official is out there with the captains now doing the coin toss. And what do we got tonight, duel-wise, Jason?
It looks like we'll start at 130 pounds, where Brush's Alec Peterson, a freshman, will take on Leon Sanchez from Mesa Ridge. Mesa Ridge is who they're wrestling tonight. And that's wrong because there's no 130 pounds anymore. I don't know why he has that up on the scoreboard. I guess it's old hat where we're starting. I guess we'll start at 106 pounds. Brush is open, and Mesa Ridge will take a forfeit there. Brandon Gonzalez getting that forfeit at 113 pounds. Conrad Cole, a freshman, will take on Ruben Valdez from Mesa Ridge. At 120 pounds, Alec Peterson, a freshman from Brush, will take on Leon Sanchez of Mesa Ridge. 126 pounds. Bo Rocha, a sophomore from Brush, will get a forfeit. 132 pounds, Elijah Mora, one of the two seniors wrestling tonight, and he's not wrestling, he'll get a forfeit. 138 pounds, Christian DeLong, a junior, will also get a forfeit for Brush. The next match is 145 pounds. Junior Jake Morrow of Brush will take on Keith Hayes from Mesa Ridge. 152 pounds, a big freshman, Alec Muir of Brush will take on Wyatt Beckwar of Mesa Ridge. 160 pounds, Brandon Buring, a sophomore, will wrestle Devontae Johnson of Mesa Ridge. We're just getting underway at 113 pounds. We'll finish the rest of the lineup later.
Yeah, I think when they put 130 up there, they meant 103 on the board. So we're starting the first actual match on the mat is 113.
Conrad Cole, the freshman from Brush, against Ruben Valdez. Conrad Cole in on a deep single leg, steps over, trying to walk up the back to get a couple of points, and there's the first takedown for Brush. Conrad Cole leads 2-0. And they'll squirt out of bounds here and go back towards the center of the mat. Mesa Ridge is Brush's opponent tonight.
Where is Mesa Ridge from? Can you tell me that without looking at a map?
Somewhere in Colorado. Yeah. I don't know the answer to that. Right off the whistle, Ruben Valdez gets a stand-up, and Conrad Cole still in the lead 2-1. They're tied up ear to ear out there, hand fighting a little bit. Valdez breaks that apart. They're forehead to forehead, hand fighting out there. Conrad Cole trying to set something up. Now he backs back away, and I'll tie back up. He goes in for that single leg again and just missed it. Now right on the edge of the mat, and they're going to go out of bounds with 42 seconds left in the first period. Brush did receive Mesa Ridge received a forfeit at 106 pounds, so they do lead this duel 6-0 to start with. But as we look through the lineup, Brush is going to get 4 forfeits, and Mesa Ridge will get 2. So only have, I think, 8 matches to announce tonight. Valdez goes in on a single leg. Conrad underhooks and throws him to his back. Oh, and now Valdez just squirts back over him and gets a 2-point takedown.
Yeah, that was a nice recovery by Valdez on that move.
They did actually give Conrad a takedown, and they gave
Valdez a reverse. Yeah, some back points? No. Looks like not enough time.
No back points, so we'll go to the second period. Conrad Cole leading 4-3.
Okay, my initial research tells me that Mesa Ridge is in Whitefield.
And where is that?
That would be the secondary research.
Somewhere along the Front Range, I'm sure, but just don't know where. Conrad Cole's in the top position to start the second period.
Got a caution on the start?
Caution on the start to begin with. I think that was on Conrad. Can't tell who's red. I think that might be Mesa Ridge. Caution.
Now they both. So they both have it now. Looks like Brush is designated as red tonight.
So we'll try again here. Clean start this time as Ruben Valdez stands up. Conrad Cole drops down to that deep single leg, trying to trip Valdez back down, and he does. Just about puts him right to his back, trying to stick that half in, and doesn't quite get it. Conrad trying to keep his weight on him. Valdez is pretty good at standing up and trying to get away. Cole with wrist control underneath, now throws in a deep crossface, trying to pick and step maybe. Trying to get him over to his back. We'll come back to the referee's position. Valdez tries to stand up. Cole throws him right back down. They're close to the edge of the mat right now. Conrad Cole, good wrist control underneath. Trying to tilt Valdez over. Got him in that tilt position. Now Valdez going to try to squirt out. Now Conrad's in a good position. Picking up back point. Just squirted out the back door there. Grabbed the head on the way by. And Conrad getting back points right on the edge of the mat. And they're going to be out of bounds, but not at 3 more. Not before Conrad gets 3 back points and going to lead 9-3.
I think Whitefield is maybe south of Colorado Springs. It's in that area.
And I don't know why it's 9-3. We started 4-3, and I don't think we're in any other points except for the 3 back points. I think we should be at 7.
And the referee is over at the scorer's table consulting, so he must have the exact same question. They still got 9 up on the board. Now the coaches are going to go over to the table. There's some question on the score. I'll bet you're right, Jason, because now all the coaches and the referee are going to confer at the scorer's table. There's 45 seconds to go in the second period. My personal favorite in wrestling is these lower weights. They are so agile and quick, and we've seen some good action so far in this match, and now they do have 7-3 up on the board.
And that's always been my favorite too, but that's where I also...
Yeah, I was going to say, I tended toward that end of the spectrum as well. Nothing against the big guys.
Yeah, there is a lot more action, a lot more to call, a lot more to see out there with these little guys. As Rob Hastings would say, the bigger ones are dancing bears.
Yeah, it looks like that sometimes. And a few years ago, they started at these duels where they just draw the weight, I think, where we start. And it must have just luck of the draw. We are starting in the lowest weights tonight.
We're about to get started again. Conrad Cole still in the top referee's position. Reaches down for an ankle, trying to sweep the other leg. Valdez turns around. There's a high cross in there right now. Conrad drives in and regains control on Valdez. Now throws a half in, getting back points again. Trying to reinforce it a little bit. Valdez rolls back over to his base. Not before Conrad picks up another 3 points, now leading 10-3. Conrad with a wrist and a chicken wing. Arm bar there. Trying to pull Valdez over. Pick up some more back points. Valdez trying to cut it on up. They'll run out the second period with Conrad leading 10-3. Yeah,
a couple of 3 points there. Got him dominating in this now, and he gets to start in the bottom here, leading by 7 going into the final period.
Conrad Cole, just a freshman, but looks pretty impressive out there for as young as he is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I can't tell you about Ruben Valdez. Mesa Ridge didn't supply us with the year in school that they are. Valdez working with wrist control underneath, looking like he was trying to maybe pull into a tilt. Now Conrad reaches up, grabs him on, flips over the top, but he ends up back on the bottom. He reaches out and grabs a single leg. Valdez out in front of Cole. He'll still control.
A little precarious there for a second. He's hanging on to that leg, trying to...
Valdez with a barbed wire underneath, trying to spin around, and Conrad does pull out of that. Not quite all the way, but he looks in a better position than he was. Conrad's arm tied up underneath him right now.
Stalemate. Is that what he's on for potentially dangerous?
He's going to get a stalling call on Conrad, I believe. Which I don't understand quite how that was with Conrad's leg tied up underneath.
There wasn't a lot he could do.
And he'll start back in the bottom position. Minute 4 left in this third period. Conrad's still in control of the match at the moment.
First match of the night here at Brush High School. There's not that many, but if you're close by, come on over to Brush High School and take in a little wrestling tonight. Having a little trouble getting these restarts going in this particular match.
A lot of caution on the starts so far. They're just about set. They're back underway. Cole tries a quick switch, and Valdez reaches back, grabs an ankle, pulls him back down. Valdez with wrist control underneath has Conrad flat on his stomach at the moment. Don't see much with the ref in the way. Conrad faces back up, trying to stand up, feel the wrist away. Now he runs away, gets an escape. 1 point for Conrad, going to lead 11-3, has an 8-point lead.
30 seconds left to go in the match.
It stays this way. 8 points is enough for a major decision, but Valdez just gets the takedown as Conrad tried to headlock him, but Valdez sacked out of that. 11-5 the score right now, 5 seconds left in the match. And Brush is going to have the first win of the night. Conrad Cole wins this match 11-5.
We'll be back with match number 2 after this on KSIR and KSIR.com. Back at Brush High School, the 120-pounders are on the mat, Jason.
120 pounds for Brush. Alec Peterson, another freshman. Just getting underway. Alec Peterson trying to whizzer, doesn't get it. And his opponent, Leon Sanchez, gets the first 2 points. Alec Peterson stands up, tries a standing switch. In deep on that. Going to get the reversal and tie this match up at 2. Alec Peterson, another freshman for Brush. They've got 5 freshmen wrestling tonight, only 2 seniors, so they're a pretty young team. Alec Peterson trying to lock up a cradle there.
So right to the edge of the mat. I'm not sure he'd be able to do much with it, even if he got it.
They squirt out of bounds, and they're going to start back in the middle. Leon Sanchez in the bottom position. Tied 2-2 with a minute 21 left in this first period. Alec Peterson with a spiral ride to begin with. Tried to switch it over to a cradle. Trying to get wrist control underneath there. Sanchez tries to stand up again. Peterson pulls him back down. Has good wrist control. Hits him with a hard crossface. Now trying the pick and step. Has Sanchez on his back. Picking up back points right there. Only got enough for 2 back points, I believe. No. The referee gives him 3 points. Peterson now leading 5-2. good control, hits that cross face again, going to try that second step again. Gets it in there, can't expose Sanchez yet. Got that cross face in deep. Now he's picking up some more back points. Referee weighs those back points off as they squirt out of bounds.
So 5-2 with that initial 3 points there, with 24 seconds left to go in the opening period.
6-3 in favor of Mesa Ridge in the dual side as they picked up a forfeit in the first match, and Conrad Cole picked up the win for Brush to get 3 points in the second match. Just getting back underway. Sanchez stands up. Peterson pulls him back down. Looks like he's trying for an arm bar under there. Sanchez stands back up. Peterson pulls him back down again. A couple of pretty impressive freshmen we've seen for Brush so far. We'll finish out the first period. Alec Peterson in the lead, 5-2 as we go into the second period.
And they're not wrestling tentative for freshmen. They're aggressive. They're scoring points. Haven't made any serious mistakes at this point. Those are some things, a lot of times, especially early in the year, that you see from freshmen.
Alec Peterson starts the bottom position. In the second period, he stands up and gets run out of bounds to begin it. Only 4 seconds off the clock as they go back to the middle. Alec Peterson pretty quick out there for 120 pounds. Stands up again. Sanchez pulls him back down. Peterson bases back up. Sanchez throws a crossface with a spiral right in there. Peterson switches, sit out, stands up, faces Sanchez, trying to sag out and get a point here. Alec Peterson picks up a takedown as they go out of bounds.
Did he get a 3 there, or just a reversal?
Just a reversal. Okay. I guess they didn't give him a stand-up there. 7-2, Alec Peterson in the lead in the second period. 1:30 left in the second. Another caution on the start.
Yeah, he got one earlier in this period, so how many did you get? I thought the second one was a
3, I believe.
You got 3 cautions. That's different than a warning, isn't it? Yeah.
Sanchez stands up on the whistle. Peterson with a spiral ride pulls him back down. Hits a crossface, trying to pick up that cradle, lock it up. Looks like he has it locked up underneath, just trying to reinforce it. Well, had to let go of that, and Sanchez stands up, gets an escape. 7-3. Ran on a quick double leg, picks up the takedown. All of a sudden, 7-5.
Yeah, this is a close match. But that's basically a 3-point reversal in some respects with the escape and the takedown.
Alec Peterson stood up and threw Sanchez, but it was out of bounds, so he'll start back on the bottom again.
If the mat would have been a little bit bigger, would have gotten a reversal. Now he's going to just give him the escape. They're going to start neutral. He thinks he can take him down again.
8-5, Alec Peterson in the lead. 45 seconds left in the second period. Sanchez did have a deep single leg that time. Grabs it again. Alec tries to whizzer him and throw him. Sanchez does get the takedown. 8-7. Peterson in the lead right now.
Okay, so he did net a point on that by letting him stand up and taking him back down.
Peterson grabs onto an ankle. Sanchez trying to get that leg out.
There has not been a lot of movement here for several seconds. Neither wrestler can make any progress.
Now Sanchez underneath with a barbed wire. He's going to run out of time.
And he almost got an escape right there at the buzzer. Couldn't quite turn away.
First part of the year, you get into the third period, even these younger, quicker guys lose some steam.
Sucking some wind, yeah. There's 2 long minutes left to go in this match. It's 8-7. Okay, there's the third caution, and you're right, that's a point.
That ties up the match at 8. 2 minutes left. Alec Peterson in the top position. Drops down to an ankle. Sanchez away quickly. Picks up 1 point for the escape. Pulls in on a deep double leg and dumps Peterson down. Now trying for that half.
Now all of a sudden Peterson finds himself down by 3.
Sanchez just showing a little more shape out there, maybe a little more aggressive. He's going to let Peterson back up. 11-9 now the score.
Yeah, he thinks he can keep getting those takedowns. He's got, at least 3 here in the last minute and a half.
Needs some points here. Trying to throw Sanchez. Not enough hits there in that first throw to stand back up. Sanchez reaches for a half under there. And Sanchez is going to sag out of that and get a 2-point takedown. In the lead now, 13-9. So a quick reversal of points here as Alex is in the lead. Now making a reversal. Reverses, throws Sanchez flat to his back, picking up back points.
So he's going to be ahead with the back points, but he's about to lose control.
Sanchez is going to sag out the back, get 2 points. Going to be 15-14 after all of that.
Oh my goodness!
42 seconds left in this final period,
and they are both dragging themselves back to the center of the mat. There are a couple of tongues hanging out. And now he's going to let him up, and that'll tie the score 15-15.
Alex had a reversal and 3 back points.
It's going to be another point, isn't it?
It is. Alex just
that was a freshman
caution on the start. Going to put Sanchez in the lead, 16-15. He's had 4 cautions in this match and cost him 2 points so far. Sanchez in on a deep single leg right at the edge of the mat. They'll score it out of bounds. 30 seconds left in this third period. Been a fun match to watch.
Oh, my goodness, yes. And they are both dragging. They're going to start neutral again. Sanchez has had a big advantage on the takedowns, and now Sanchez gets a caution.
I believe that's his first is all.
I think so.
Peterson needs a takedown here in the last 23 seconds.
Trailing by a point.
Sanchez in on a leg again. Peterson tries to throw him. Now Sanchez going to sag out the back and he get a 2-point takedown.
Down by 3. He's got to move quick. He's going to run out of time.
7 seconds. Looks like Sanchez. 4 seconds left. The ref calls a stalemate. Sanchez leading this match 18-15.
He's going to let him up, so that means the takedown would tie it up. That's, I think, a strategic mistake. Now Peterson gets another caution because he dove before the whistle.
Trying to get the upper hand there. They're going to run out of time.
Wow. I'm not sure I've seen a match with this many points.
That was
35 points in this match.
Alex Peterson loses 19-16.
We're going to catch our breath, and we will be back in half a minute here at Brush High School on KSIR and KSIR.com. All right, 9-9 now as Brush picks up a forfeit after that that Peterson match. 19-16. That's about as active of a match. And kudos to the official and the scorers and the scoreboard to keep track of all that.
It was a wild one, and Brush is going to pick up 3 forfeits in a row here, so they'll go up 21-9. And our next match will be at 145 pounds as Jake Morrow, a junior from Brush, will take on Keith Kays from Mesa Ridge.
All right, so that dramatically changes the dual score. Those wrestlers, to get their 6 points, they have to make weight. They have to suit up and be out there. And you know, sometimes making weight can be a trick.
That's a win in itself a lot of times. Brush with 3 juniors wrestling, 2 sophomores tonight, 2 seniors, and 5 freshmen. So they're a young team. Jake Morrow out on the mat right now. He's in on a deep single leg, trying to dump Cade down to the mat. He dumps and gets 2 points. And they're right on the edge of the mat. Jake Morrow trying to pull him back down, and they'll go out of bounds. Jake Morrow in the lead, 2-0. Morrow gets set on top, reaches down, grabs an ankle. Case tries to stand up, reaches around for an ankle on a switch. Morrow looks to be in trouble on that switch, but trying to hit back in. And Case is very close to a reversal. Still holding on to an ankle, trying to pull his hips out of there. And the referee's going to give Case a 2-point reversal, tied up at 2 in this first period, 1:10 left. Now Case with a double arm bar, it looks like. Morrow trying to come up to his base. Now he's back down flat. Case running the head. Still out there on that head with that double arm bar. Morrow still fighting it. Still not past that 90-degree angle, trying to pull that arm out. Case trying to sit through on it. Now he's picking up back points. And Morrow pulls out of it, but not before Case gets 2 near-fall points.
Almost got the reversal if they can just get his leg free, and he's got 18 seconds to do it.
Case is in deep on that single leg, though. Morrow needs to throw them hips in and break them arms, and there he does it. He gets the reversal. It's going to be tied again at 4. As Case stands up, Morrow dumps him back down, and Case hits a switch.
Right as the buzzer sounded. That's 2 big points.
So Case will go into the second period leading 6-4. Mesa Ridge's choice defers to Morrow. Morrow's going to choose the bottom position to start the second period. So without all the forfeits, Brush has won 1 match. Mesa Ridge has won 1 match, and this is our 3rd match with Mesa Ridge leading the second period 6-4 as Morrow hits his standing switch. Now he's going to get the reversal, tie it up at 6.
He's got that leg caught up behind his back. That may get it stopped, yeah.
Gets a stalling warning for holding that ankle up there too long. No warning on no points on the first stall. They're back underway. Morrow reaches for an ankle. Trying to dump Case back down. Case hits that switch again, trying to get them hips out. Morrow counters it, puts Case back down, flat on his stomach, has that leg tied up again. Not as much movement as we had in that last match.
And only about 1/3 as many points.
Case base is back up, trying to stand up. They're right on the edge of the mat. Morrow trying to keep the wrists tied in underneath. Case trying to walk away from that as they're still in the stand-up position.
Now they're calling stalling again, and it's a point this time.
Morrow didn't try to do anything with that, just was holding on.
With that much time left in the period, really no chance for that to work. Needed to, at least try to break him down to the mat.
Case stands back up again, and just as soon as Morrow pulls him back down, Case hits that standing switch, gets a 2-point reversal. He'll go into the lead 9-6. Case had a grapevine in there for a minute. Now just trying a little cheap tilt. And he's picking up back points on Morrow.
See if he actually got enough counts there. Yep, got 2.
Got 2 points, so Kays will go up 11-6 in this match. About 10 seconds left, trying to tilt him back over again.
There's going to be some more back points there.
Picked up another 2 back points. Right off the second period. Kays in the lead, 13-6.
So a 6-6, then that stalling, a reversal, and a couple of 2 points. All of a sudden, it's 13-6. That's a big change.
Morrow's going to start the third period in the top position. And Kays has been able to get a reversal on that just about every time with that little switch. Has the switch again, trying to pick up a single leg. Morrow hipping into him. He'll get back behind Kays.
He's going to need to turn him over a couple times here, or pin him if possible.
Morrow tried to suck him back, and Kays just hipped around and going to get a 2-point reversal, going to lead 15-6. 9-point lead for Kays and Mesa Ridge over Morrow at the moment. There's that little cheap tilt again and going to pick up some more back points. It's hard to pin anybody with that, but she can get a lot of back points.
He's only gotten 2 at a time, but that's 6 points when you add them all together.
Looks like he's going to try it again.
And pretty soon, I mean, if he keeps doing that, we're going to approach the technical fall.
Just need 4 more points for that.
And he hadn't had him on his back all that much.
Just a couple seconds with that cheap tilt every time, and that's all it takes. Now Kays with a little arm bar back there, now trying with a... Thought he was trying to hit a cradle, but then he switches over to that cheap tilt right on the edge of the mat. Not going to get him turned over. Only 25 seconds left in this third period.
I hear you and Rob talk about the cheap tilt, and I see what you mean by that. I mean, you barely get the guy over, and you don't have any chance of pinning him in that hold, but you're just getting enough exposure. You get a couple swings of the arm of the official, and he's added up a lot of points here.
He has, I think, 6 or 8 so far, just by tilting him over that way. 15 seconds left in this match. Morrow flat on his stomach. Looks like he's just trying not to get turned anymore. 5 seconds left. Kays tried to tilt him over again. Gets that arm behind there.
Third period, a lot of work to do in the third period, trailing by 11.
What is
the third period? I'm sorry, I lost track of one there.
But Kays of Mesa Ridge is going to pick up,
gets that extra team point.
A major win there. It will be 21 for Brush, 13 for Mesa Ridge going into the 152-pound match.
Our wrestling tonight brought to you in part by T.O. Charlie's. You can get a great used car or truck at T.O. Charlie's, and this would be a great time to do that. You can see them at 700 West Platte in Fort Morgan.
We're underway at 152 pounds. Another freshman for Brush, Alec Mueller, going against Wyatt Beckwar of Mesa Ridge, tied up ear to ear out there. Beckwar reaches for a single leg. Mueller with a little front headlock lick, and they'll squirt out of bounds. Start back in the middle. High back up. Alec Muir, a pretty big kid for a freshman. Tied up in the center of the mat. Muir trying to pull Beckwar down, reaches for that single, has the arm, but he'll back away from it. Alec Muir, a freshman, not sure about Beckwar. As I said earlier, Mesa Ridge didn't give us the year in school that their wrestlers are. Alec Muir with a front headlock lick, reaches for a leg. They're right on the edge of the mat again. Muir tries to hip him over, and they'll pull apart and go back to the center of the mat. Oh, I thought they were going to the center.
They made it about halfway there.
Tied up ear to ear again. Fighting for inside control. Beckwar reached for a head and heel. Alec Muir blocked that.
Boy, unless somebody gets something quick here, we're going to make it through this first period with neither one of them getting a takedown.
A lot of countering, not a whole lot of offense out there. Alec did try a little single leg there, and no go with it, so they back away. They tie up ear to ear in the center of the mat again. Second period, no score.
This is our lowest scoring match of the night by far. Ingmar Phillips is a place to talk to for your insurance needs in both Fort Morgan and Brush. They have home, health, auto, farm, business, and workers' comp insurance at Ingmar Phillips.
Beckwar will start in the bottom position. Alec Muir on top to start this second period. We're going to get another caution on Brush.
When you add them all up, that's quite a few tonight. It's hard to tell from here exactly what the infraction is, but just maybe a little twitch or something before the whistle. Now that could almost be he was like running off the mat there.
Either a twitch, like you said, or they don't have the hand right on the elbow or the other hand right on the belly button. They have to be set just right out there. Beckwar hits the switch and get a 2-point reversal, and he'll lead this match 2-0. So Muir down in the bottom position now, trying to roll Beckwar through. Beckwar just follows him around. Muir flat on his stomach. Beckwar throws in a grapevine ride. Trying to reach for that leg. Now he's got both legs in there with a double grapevine. Alec Muir hips up, throws that other leg. That still has that single grapevine. Now going for the banana splits, trying to pull Muir over. Muir keeping his hips down.
We're halfway through the second period, still 2-0.
I think Muir's looking for a stalemate under there. And he'll get it. They'll go back to the center of the mat, 51 seconds left. Muir down 2-0.
Mesa Ridge coach is kind of entertaining. He's acting out the moves that he wants his wrestlers to make.
Well, out of the 4 matches we've seen so far, 3 freshmen for Brush we've got to look at.
Yeah, and 2 wrestlers named Alec, which I like a team like that. You don't find that very often.
No. Get ready to start back in the middle again. Underway, Alec hits a sit-out, but tried to hit that reverse cradle, and that didn't work. Alec faces back up. Beckwar out on the head with a wrist and a half, trying to run that. Now Alec reaches through, grabs a single leg, right on the edge of the mat again. Alec trying to squirt out for at least 1 point.
That's pretty close to neutral, but I don't think he's going to get it.
Nope. We'll go back to the center with Muir back on the bottom position. Still a 2-0 score in favor of Beckwar.
Yeah, he still had that leg sucked in there pretty good to maintain control.
See if we can get one of these started without a caution. And we did. Muir tried to hit a little Granby right off the whistle, and Beckwar follows him around. They're trying to base back up again. Now he's back flat on his stomach. Beckwar with a cross. Out the second period, only 2 points scored in that one. we'll go to the third period. You're down 2-0.
And he's going to select down. It's his choice in this period, right?
It is.
He's choosing down, hoping to get that reversal and tie it up.
Didn't have a whole lot of luck in that second period trying to get away. But when we get this far into it, this close a match, it pretty much comes down to shape. And Muir tries to hit a reverse cradle there. Gonna sneak out the back. Didn't have any points yet as Beckwar grabbed an arm on the way by.
Yep, he was on top there for a second, but Beckwar still hanging. There's the reversal.
Yeah, Alec gets 2 points and
gets it right back up.
Beckwar switches him right away, gives those 2 points right back. Back to Beckwar. 4-2 now. The score, 1:20 left in this third period. Alec Muir flat on his stomach again.
Now, if they can just do that one more time and hang on to it, got 1:15 to try to do something, and they're both starting to look a little tired. Even though there's not a lot of scoring in this match, there's been a lot of exertion.
Right on the edge of the mat, Beckwar tried a little arm bar run around the head, and they went out of bounds. Start back in the center of the mat. Alec Muir, freshman for Brush, in the bottom position, down by 2 points. Going to get a caution on the Mesa Ridge wrestler this time.
That's 2 on him, I think, so 1 more. And every point is important in this match. Low scoring, an extra point, then a reversal could make all the difference.
Beckwar's right foot wasn't in the right position that time. Alex Peterson is trying to roll through, going to try to come around with his hit. Beckwar hits a mean crossface there, pulls Muir back down to the mat.
Working to try to get him beyond 90 degrees and get some points now. There's a count, but not enough for points yet.
Had a little cheap whizzer in there. He lets go of it. Alex Muir flat on his stomach.
Muir's going to run out of time if he can't get up and get something going. Half a minute left to go in this match.
Beckwar with both wrists tied up underneath. Tries to hit a half and missed it, but he's got that arm underneath. Now he's got a half in there. Only 10 seconds left. Alex still flat on his stomach. He's got to do something, or he's going to lose this match by 2 points.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough gas in the tank now to make a move.
Beckwar and Mesa Ridge is going to take this match 4-2, pick up another 3 team points for Mesa Ridge. Team side, it'll be 21-16 in favor of Brush.
We'll be back to Brush High School for more wrestling action on KSIR and KSIR.com. The dual score is now Brush 21 and Mesa Ridge 16. The 160-pounders are on the match, and a quick takedown for Mesa Ridge.
Yeah, Devontae Johnson of Mesa Ridge hit a nice fireman's carry there and takes a two-point takedown, puts him on his back for a couple of seconds. Only 13 seconds gone in this period, and Devontae Johnson of Mesa Ridge leading 4-0 over Brandon Buring, a sophomore for Brush. Johnson with both wrists tied up underneath now hits a half, trying to reinforce it, gets chest to chest. Not picking up any back points yet. Now Johnson lets go of that, but throws a little cow catcher in, throws Buring right to his back, picking up back points. Johnson pretty stout. Just really good balance out there.
Quick and strong. This is a very good wrestler.
Has all of his weight right in the middle of Buring's chest, lifting up, right on his toes, just doing everything textbook there. He'll pick up another 3 back points. Once again, that little arm bar out in front with that front headlock throws Buring right back to his back. As Johnson leading 7-0 with 40 seconds left in the first period. picking up more back points. Gearing just keeps trying to fly out of it. Now Johnson's got him pretty flat out there, and there's the pin.
Wow.
Minute 30 pin for Devontae Johnson of Mesa Ridge. They'll pick up 6 points and lead this duel now, 22-21.
So let's see. Brush has received, 3 forfeits, and Mesa 1, if I'm keeping track right.
Correct.
So far. So now all of a sudden, this with that 6 points for the fall, this is a very close duel, 22-21. I can tell you that Edwards Right Price Market is a place you can stop and refuel all your game day needs. They're at 1201 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan, and we are underway in the 170s.
170 pounds for Brush. Justin Bass, a senior, going against Tremel Stewart of Mesa Ridge. A little headgear issue out there. Match gets stopped now. Stewart in on a single leg. Picks Bass up, throws him down, gets a 2-point takedown. Bass tries to stand up, gets pulled back down. Bass once again stands up, tries to run away and gets points.
They went all the way down to the basketball court.
Clear off the mat. Bass can't get away, so he'll start in the bottom position again. 30 seconds gone in this first period.
Another caution, false start on that one, it looked like.
Caution on Mesa Ridge this time. Bass sets. Stewart on top. They get underway. And Stewart just tries to hit a little cheap tilt there. Almost had a couple of back points. Bass rolls through it. Stewart has an arm, got that tilt set up, picking up 2 back points, it looks like he has. Bass tries to roll through. And Stewart throws in a big,
oh my goodness, that was quick once they got it in there.
That was a quick pin, just stuck a half in, put him right on his shoulders and pinned him. Minute 7 seconds. So Mesa Ridge going to pick up another 6 points. It'll lead the duel 28-21 with actually, I believe, only 2 more matches left.
Yeah, they've gotten 12 points in the last 2 matches on the mat, with both of those by fall, and now it's a 7-point lead in the duel. What did you say? We've got two matches left. Is there a forfeit also in there?
There's 2 forfeits. There's 4 weights left. 182, 195, 220, and 285, but Mesa Ridge is going to pick up a forfeit here to go up by another 6 points, and then at 285, Brush will get a forfeit. So we only have matches at 195 and 220.
Okay, so it's a 13-point lead now. It's 7 with that forfeit in there. So Brush needs more than just 2 decisions.
And we've got a couple of freshmen at these bigger weights, 195 pounds underway. Joe Carwin, a freshman for Brush, against James Garrett of Mesa Ridge. They tie up ear to ear, and boy, these weights are sure different this year, Alec.
I'm going to have to get used to these.
I think there's only 3 weights that are the same as they were before, 145, 152, and 160, and all the rest of them have changed.
I'm going to have to say that still 14 of them.
Still 14 weights. They just upped them a little bit.
Kids are bigger now.
The last time they did that was when I was in high school, and boy, that was a while ago.
Was there 14 weights then, or was there just 12?
There was 13, I think. Justin Bass, or Joe Carwin, is going to get the first takedown on a big double leg.
That means I'm older than you. There's 12. I think one.
Maybe there was, because when I started, 98 was the first weight, so.
Yep, I remember the 98-pounders.
Then we went to 103 was the lightest weight. Now we're up to 106. Joe Carwin with wrist control underneath. James Garrett trying to stand up. Got a tripod. Now he stands up trying to peel away, and they'll go out of bounds. Carwin still on top, 2-0. 27 seconds left in this first period.
I think back in my day, as they say, I think 185 maybe was the highest weight before heavyweight, which back then was called unlimited.
I don't know. They've actually got a top
actually a limit 85.
Carwin with wrist control under there. Breaks Garrett down for a second. We'll run out of time in this first period.
Another low-scoring match. Kind of got spoiled action-wise in those lower weights with some very high-scoring matches.
Well, we had some high-scoring matches the first three, and then the last four have been real close or quick pins. So what was looking like we were going to have a longer night may turn into a pretty short night pretty soon. Garrett tries to tripod up. Carwin with a crossface trying to cradle, and Garrett reaches back, grabs Carwin's head, tried to pull him underneath, and then they'll go out of bounds.
Almost wound up in the cheerleaders over there.
Yeah, they did. I don't think those cheerleaders want them big boys over there.
Cheerleaders actually doing a nice job tonight. They're adding a lot to the atmosphere tonight. A relatively good crowd here. I'd like to see a few more at the next match.
We have a tournament here in Brush tomorrow, I think. Garrett gets a sit-out and gets a reversal, ties it up at 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in the second period. Out on that spiral right, out on that head of Carwin. Trying to get Carwin busted down.
And that tournament would be a reason that Mesa Ridge would travel up here from the Colorado Springs area.
Hopefully they are wrestling in that tournament tomorrow.
Yeah, they'll get a lot of wrestling in this weekend.
Brush just scheduled a duel with them so they could get some action the night before. They went out of bounds again. Carmel still be in the bottom position in the second period, 50 seconds left. They're underway again. Carwin with a sit-out, gets back a little too far. Garrett tried to suck him back, but Carwin gets away from that. Now Garrett in on that head again, and a little Granby try from Carwin. That doesn't work. He's back out, face out, tried to stand up. Needs to face Garrett. Garrett pulls him back down right in that spiral right, clear out on his head. But it seems to be working. Now with a little half, switches over to the wrist and trying to get a half with Carwin based up. That's hard to turn a guy that way. They'll run out of time in the first period. 2-2 score.
So it's all going to come down to this last period with it tied up, and Brush trailing in the duel 34-21. Even if they win both these matches, they'll lose the duel unless somebody can get a major decision or a fall.
Yep, they just can't win it. Carwin starts in the bottom position in this third period. Garrett back out on the spiral ride. Carwin tries to stand up, gets pulled back down. Garrett switches the other side. Spiral right and half. Carwin's got his leg out there. They're not going to let him pull him over. Garrett now with a wrist and a half try. Switches sides, same move. Garrett just keeps that hip out, stands up now, trying to feel the wrist and run away, and he'll get 1 point. He'll go into the lead, 3-2.
Now in officials' time. Somebody's headgear come off, or what's the, yeah, looks like maybe that's the issue.
Jed might gets pulled over his eyes.
He's using the opportunity to catch his breath, too, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, it's these matches earlier in the year, the kids just aren't in as good a shape as they should be. But by February,
football doesn't quite get you in wrestling shape.
No, it doesn't. Someone's headgear back over his face again.
Only wrestling gets you in wrestling shape.
And you think it's only 6 minutes, but that 6 minutes is tough.
That's a long, long time. It's full exertion out there.
Back out there, tie up here to here. A minute left in this final period. Carlin is in the lead, 3-2. He needs to do something with that, though, or he's going to get called for stalling. Garrett trying to set up inside control, reaches for a single leg.
44 seconds left to go, 3-2.
Carlin very slowly getting back to the center of the mat.
Yeah, and you don't want to give up the stalling now if you can help it, because that is tie the match.
Garrett has an underhook trying to pull Carlin under, and he's going to pick up a 2-point takedown. Has the arm and a wrist, trying to pull Carlin over on his back.
Makes it 4-3, potentially dangerous. They're going to go back to the center.
Carlin, 27 seconds left to get a point or two here.
Yeah, and you know, like we've commented in some of the other matches, not a lot of gas in the tank. They're 5.5 minutes into this match. That's going to be a tough order to get an escape for a reversal now.
Mesa Ridge looks to be in a little better shape than Brush at this point. But Brush, a lot of the kids were in football.
They didn't play football as many weeks.
Very true. Probably had a little more time in the wrestling room. Carlin trying to stand up. 15 seconds left. Brewer out on that.
He can just turn away. There's 10 seconds left to go. The crowd trying to exert him. I should say exhort him on to getting loose. He almost did. Went off the edge of the mat. 6 seconds left.
Garrett could have got a point taken away from him. He pushed him out of bounds, but the ref let him get away with it. Carlin tries to crawl away 5 seconds, and I think Carlin's done.
That burst right there a second ago, that was the burst, and that was it for him. Both of these wrestlers are very tired. What a good match.
Carlin's going to go down and defeat 3-4 in this match. Going to give another 3 points to Mesa Ridge, and there's
that clinches the duel.
That clinches for Mesa Ridge.
We've got one more match on the mat, and we'll be back with that after this on KSIR and KSIR.com. Fresh High School, and we've got the heavyweights on the mat, I think, for the final match of the night.
220-pounders, Alec.
Okay.
Jose Rodriguez, another freshman for Brush, going against Andrew Stewart of Mesa Ridge. Tied up in the middle out there. Ear to ear. Both these 220-pounders built similarly.
Now, that's a new weight class, right?
It is. It used to be 215.
Okay.
So now heavyweight will go from 221 pounds up to 285.
And they'll still give them extra pounds after Christmas and toward the end of the year.
And then like tonight they're wrestling, so tomorrow
they get another pound.
They'll get a pound. Both wrestlers tied up out ear to ear in the middle of the mat. Andrew Stewart of Mesa Ridge had pretty good arm control there on Rodriguez, but Rodriguez pulls out of that. They're tied up again. Rodriguez in on a single leg. Stewart in on, just grabs the head, ducks down to a single leg with it, gets a 2-point takedown. No back points out of that, even though Rodriguez was exposed for just a second. I'll get a reversal. He got it. Stewart was trying for a 3-quarter Nelson, and Rodriguez just sagged out the back door, gets a 2-point reversal on that. Stewart stands up, gets an escape, will now go into the lead 3-2.
Head into the second period, and the Beat Digger Wrestling tonight is brought to you in part by State Farm agent Greg Mullen. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and Greg can get you the discounts you desire and the coverage you need with State Farm.
Second period, Andrew Stewart of Mesa Ridge is in the bottom position. Jose Rodriguez on top. They get started here in a second. Rodriguez tried to sidetrack. Stewart stands up out of that. Rodriguez tried to dump him down and just lost the hold of it. Stewart away. Gives up the escape.
Somebody cut their lip or something. Looks like the official's looking for, maybe saw a spot of blood.
So Rodriguez will be down in this match 4-2. There's blood somewhere, but they can't figure out.
He's not even sure where it came from. They both went down fairly hard. Somebody may have just cracked their lip open or something, or hit their nose.
So the Young Brush Beat Digger team down 21-37 in dual points. They will pick up another 6 points at heavyweight as they'll pick up a forfeit there, but some of their shape and some of their inexperience showing here.
Yeah. I'd say both of those, but we've seen some very competitive matches, some exciting wrestling, and tomorrow will be more of the same.
We have it. All the freshmen we've seen so far are going to be pretty good in the years to come, it looks like.
Now a guy that knows his way a little bit around the wrestling mat is out there working on cleaning it up.
Former coach Dave Urey out there cleaning up the blood.
The Brush Grocery Cart is bringing you Beat Digger Wrestling tonight. Welcome home to your hometown grocery store featuring Morgan County's largest variety at the Brush Grocery Cart.
We did finally get the blood cleaned up. They're back underway. Both wrestlers out there in a throw position. And Stewart immediately throws Rodriguez right to his back, gets a 2-point takedown, now picking up back points. Rodriguez trying to bridge out of that. He's pretty tight. Now he rolls over, gets back to his base, but not before he gives up 2 back.
Yeah, that was pretty precarious there for a second. Now he gets away, and they're back to neutral. He may have actually just let him up there.
There was a technical point there somewhere. I don't know where that came from unless I saw Stewart maybe grab a hold of a singlet.
So 9-3 the score, with 45 seconds left to go here in this middle period.
Rodriguez in on a huge single leg. Stewart with his hips falling away from that. Puts all of his weight on Rodriguez. He still has that single leg hooked up, trying to pick it up right on the edge of the mat. Rodriguez trying to pull him back in. Stewart just throws his hips in. Now he's throws a half in. 2-point takedown, puts Rodriguez to his back. Well, half Nelson. He's going to pick up the pin with 14 seconds left in the second period. So Andrew Stewart of Mesa Ridge with the pin in 3:46.
So that makes it 43-21 in the duel. They'll put up 6 more points for Brush with the heavyweight forfeit. So that'll make the final duel score 43-27. Mesa Ridge over Brush, and we'll wrap things up here from Brush High School after this on KSIR and KSIR.com. Alec Creighton, Jason Holdren back at Brush High School. Beat Digger Wrestling brought to you in part by CNC Auto Parts at 1305 Edison Street in Brush. They're your local Napa auto parts store. And this is the Beat Digger post-game, post-match, post-duel show brought to you by the Buildings by Design. The most important thing to buying a new building or starting a new design-build project is picking the right company to build it. So you can get a free bid by calling Pat Walter or Travis Lefevre, and you can call them at 842-5837 or find them on the web at buildingsbydesign.com. Well, we've got the wrestling season going here. We saw 8 good wrestling matches here at Brush High School tonight, Jason.
Yeah, we did. We've got a pretty young Brush Beat Digger team, but some pretty good matches by some young freshmen out there. Brush does go down to defeat 43-27 in the duel to Mesa Ridge. 106 pounds, Mesa Ridge got a forfeit to begin the match and started the duel with a lead of 6-0, but at 113 pounds, freshman Conrad Cole picked up the win over Ruben Valdez 11-5, and that was a very good showing by Conrad Cole out there. Showed pretty good poise and good wrestling technique at 113 pounds. And at 120 pounds, one of my favorite matches of the night, Alec Peterson, also a freshman from Brush, went down to defeat 16-19 to Leon Sanchez of Mesa Ridge, and that was a fast and furious.
Yeah, that was amazing to see that many points scored.
And then Brush picked up 3 forfeits in a row. Bo Rocha got a forfeit at 126 pounds. Elijah Mora got a forfeit at 132 pounds, and Christian DeLong at 138 pounds picked up the 3rd forfeit in a row. 145 pounds, Jake Morrow, a junior for Brush, went down to defeat 19-8 to Keith Kays of Mesa Ridge, but that was also a pretty good match. Jake Morrow just couldn't quite pick up the win there.
Yeah, well, and that was the match where he kept getting those 2-point near falls. Just not much exposure there, but enough to rack up a lot of points.
A lot of them, and it's a move that will score you some points, but it's not real effective in getting you a pin. Then at 152 pounds, a really close match, not the closest of the night, but Alec Muir, also a freshman of Brush, went down to defeat 4-2 to Wyatt Beckwar of Mesa Ridge. 160 pounds, Brendan Buring, a sophomore, was pinned in 1:30 by Devontae Johnson, and Johnson just looked really impressive for Mesa Ridge against Buring. 170 pounds, Justin Bass, the only senior wrestling tonight for Brush that did wrestle on the mat, got pinned by Tremel Stewart in 1:02. 185 pounds, Sheldon Berg of Mesa Ridge picked up the forfeit. 195 pounds, Joe Carlin, also a freshman, wrestled the closest match of the night. He did go down to defeat though 4-3 in that match, and that was a good match for 195 pounders. 220 pounds, Jose Rodriguez, also a freshman of Brush, was pinned in the 2nd period in 3 minutes and 46 seconds by Andrew Stewart. And then 285 pounds, Brush picked up a forfeit to end this duel. Brush losing 43-27.
Well, it was fun. It was entertaining. It would have been nice to see a few more matches out on the mat. There'll be plenty during the tournament, but the wrestling we saw tonight was very entertaining, very competitive, and you say as the Beat Digger freshmen really showed up well tonight.
They did, and I think in the future they'll just keep getting better, and who knows, maybe by February we'll see a lot of them going to state.
All right, well, we've got a lot more wrestling action to come as the season is young, just getting started. Tomorrow night, basketball will take over the airwaves as Brush and Fort Morgan play each other, both boys and girls, and we'll have that right here on KSIR and KSIR.com. We'll also have that same game. John Beltran will be calling the game on both KSIR and B106 tomorrow night. So the Hoopsters get to take over, and we'll encourage you to check out the wrestling tournament tomorrow, or head to the basketball court and watch the Brush Fort Morgan girls and boys in basketball action tomorrow night. Well, it was fun tonight, Jason.
It was kind of couldn't remember all the moves being the first announcement of the
first game for the announcers as well.
Yes, and that's so hopefully we'll get better at it as the wrestlers do too,
and we'll get used to these new weight classifications, and it should be an interesting and fun year wrestling-wise.
We hope so.
Well, thanks very much for coming tonight, Jason. It was fun to get to see you at the beginning of the season here, and we'll look forward to more wrestling throughout the year. That's going to do it for our match tonight from Brush High School. Again, the dual score was Mesa Ridge 43 and Brush 27. Thanks very much to Rose Condis for running things back at the studio tonight. And for Jason Holdren, I'm Alec Creighton. Have a good night.